Now, I just did a whole video asking people, are they really happy at their 9 to 5 job, right? And I want to come over here and ask you guys that, because people really think that they're happy at their 9 to 5 job. And we just discovered that the average income of an American household is about $50,000 per year, which is about $26 an hour. And the average person makes that. As a single person, there was barely enough money left over to do other things that they needed to do outside of their every month bills. A lot of times we be happy, or we say we happy at our 9 to 5. But when you really calculate the cost, what is the cost? Now, this is deeper than the numbers. This is deeper than what you're actually bringing in versus what's going back out every single month. This is more so about, how does it really make you feel? After doing that assessment, you can really determine now, like, do I even like the money? But true happiness comes from the feeling that's inside. Or maybe you may be going through something where you feel like you're missing out on the time with your family that you wish you could get more of, because you're spending so much time at work and commuting. Real time assess your own personal situation to see if the math is mathing for you, because we're saying things, but if we're really not putting it down on paper and looking at it, do we really know what is beneficial to us, or do we just assume that that's beneficial to us? But in order to get in that space with knowing what it is that you love, it's a feeling. See, the old paradigm that we lived in had us in our head. We were always in our head thinking about how we're going to make this happen, thinking about how we're going to do that, how we're going to do this. And once you start thinking about those things that are mundane and materialistic, you get out of the way that you feel. You will override the way that you feel because you're in your head about making sure you're able to meet your monthly goals or quotas or whatever have you. In order to be successful in this day and age, in this market, in this new world that we're living in, you're going to have to get out of your head. Instead of trying to make everything make sense and be logical, you have to get into your heart. You have to feel your way through this life. You know, this kind of reminds me of Bird Box, when they were traveling to that little place that they were going to, the building. And on the way there, they were in the water most of the time. And they had to know where the shore was so they can get up and go inside of the houses. And they did all of this while blindfolded. And that's the way that it is when you are moving through the unknown. You are blindfolded as you navigate your way to your destination. So if you feel like you don't know what's to come and you're afraid of the future or what the unknown may bring, or go back and watch that movie and how she showed no fear at all. And she wasn't going to take her mask off, but she made it. She had a plan in mind and she stuck to it, and she was not letting up. She took a break. She rested. She went in those houses so she could take her mask off so she could feed boy and girl. But at the end of the day, she was determined to get to her destination. And that's what I want for you guys too. I want you to be determined about getting to the destination that God has for your life. Whatever the will is over your life from God, I want you to be able to feel your way through. That's listening to the inner guidance that is telling you the right and the wrong way to go. I don't want you to be in a position where you're in your head and you're thinking about things and why you're logically making decisions when sometimes logic really don't make sense. God is the one that gives you the income. He gives you the finances that you are doing. He puts it on those people's hearts to be able to keep you at your job another day. You're not really performing at your peak when you go to work. You're performing at probably bare minimum. It's all right. Because when you learn how to really trust God, you're going to release that control that you think you have. Because nothing hurts more than you being let go of somewhere that God never called you to be. It hurts. I'm telling you. But when God makes that decision, it is the final say. And you're going to have to put on them big girl panties or them big boy drawers. And you're going to have to feel your way through eventually. Because that is the way of the world now. That is the way that we get to connect with the Most High, with the Creator that created us. He knows the way. So in Him leading and guiding you through your inner Holy Spirit, you'll get to the right destination, untouched, unscathed, unharmed, better than ever before. And everybody over there where you going to that place, just like on Bird Box, they ain't got to wear masks. They all in their own little community. They were not affected by the world. She met up with her tribe, the people that were like-minded like her, that just didn't have to deal with the outside world and societal issues that they were going through. The message that I just want to leave with you today is start feeling your way through life. That's where your real eyes are, your spiritual eyes. Your real eyes, your real sight comes from the spirit realm. Remember, you are a spirit being. Don't put your trust in man anymore. Start putting your trust in God, because after you do that assessment, if you choose to watch that other video, you're going to find out that God been doing it all along, because most people are making less than they're actually paying out every month, and they don't even realize that. Dad, God, so it's been you all the while? It wasn't my own works? How was I making it every single month? How am I able to do this? It has to be the hand of God, because the math ain't mathing. So that's what I want to leave with y'all. Get in your heart. Get out your head. Get in your heart space. Feel your way through life. Start trusting the inner Holy Spirit that God has placed on the inside of each and every one of us. That is our superpower. Use it. Either way, let's grow.